the Great Pyramid of China and the beings that came from the stars. Now we know that a couple of months back I posted a video concerning the ancient annals of China, Japan, and Korea that stated that extraterrestrial gods descended from the skies and landed on Earth around 2400 BC. And there was a report from ancient Egypt that just around that time, that's what happened in Egypt as well. Now, researchers found alleged evidence that 12,000 years ago, an alien race used the Great Pyramid of China and part of the region of the country as an extraterrestrial base. The Pyramid of Chang'an in China has been the focus of different theories. The locals assure that their ancestors mentioned great extraterrestrial ships that flew through the skies and that their landing point was always the pyramid. Thus, the scientific exploration team discovered that the origins of this legend are not as fictitious as many believe, and that the pyramidal structure could be proof of the existence of extraterrestrial bases in the past. The Pyramid of Chang'an alien landing strip. At 61 meters long, the area around the pyramid is surrounded by strange pipes and anomalous artifacts. The Chinese Tsinghua State Agency was the first to investigate this event, and they sent 9 men to study the pyramid. The team discovered that pipes existed running through caves and other cavities under the earth. So far, 3 caves with triangular openings in their facade have been discovered, all filled with reddish pipes that lead to a mountain and a saltwater clearing. There are dozens of conduits that pass over the caves, all of different diameters and traversing the mountainside under the imposing pyramid. All conduits match the color of the rocks, a strange reddish-brown color that blend into the ground. Another cluster of pipes is around the terrain in different directions. Some follow the shoreline to a saltwater lake, while others go underwater. The purpose of these pipes is currently unknown, although some scientists have declared that it's possible that the structure is the remains of some kind of space base or outpost. The Great Pyramid of China, however, extends much farther than it can be seen. Evidence suggests the existence of an advanced technological network of pressure pipelines, water supplies, and possibly fuel. And it's worth mentioning that the pyramid dates back to 10,000 BC, although it's believed to be older. For that reason, it's impossible for any human to have done it. Mysterious primitive pyramids. Queen Qianwei, head of the Public Department of Government of Delinga, assured that the remains of the pipe were analyzed, the majority being silicon dioxide and calcium oxide, although more than 8% of the metal was left as unidentified metals. This evidence fits perfectly into the unofficial story of China, that which they have hidden from the public and is known as the early culture of China. The ancient history of the country is full of legends about people of heaven and the god-men who came from the stars and used the earth as a base. It was these beings who taught the primitive inhabitants of the country the basic fundamentals of agriculture, engineering, and how the universe is made up. In fact, at the beginning of the 20th century, 2 Australian merchants who crossed central China came across more than 100 pyramids. The locals assured the men that the pyramids were much older than the country itself. Other newer pyramids date from the reigns of emperors. These rulers normally spoke of aliens, even presumed to be the descendants of those who came to Earth in iron dragons, those responsible for building the first pyramids. It's possible that the clearest history of ancient extraterrestrial civilization is found in the mysterious DROPA discs, which were dated to 12,000 years. The DROPA stones came down from the clouds in their ships. The DROPAs came down from the clouds in their spacecraft. Men, women, and children from neighboring villages hid in the caves 10 times before dawn. When they finally understood the sign language of the DROPAs, they realized that the newcomers had peaceful intentions. And this translation belongs to Dr. Chung Un-Yu, the man who was able to decipher the language of the stones. DROPA discs in ancient history of China. The stones were found by Chi in charge of archaeological expedition and to the Ula mountain range in 1938. This mountain range is in the Sino-Tibetan border, has many legends about union between aliens and humans. During the explorations in caverns of intricate accesses on the last mountain, it was inhabited by the natives thousands of years ago. The team found pictograms of the solar system. On the walls, there was even a map that illustrated the heavens, the moon, the sun, the stars, and the earth, and different constellations and alignments. Experts said these pictograms looked more like trade routes or a kind of explorer's guide. Other pictograms showed beings with giant heads and small bodies. And in total, 716 discs were found, some in pristine condition. After inspecting the discs, they realized that they contained some kind of hieroglyphs within the grooves, and obviously these counted for something. Now, the aliens that crashed on Earth, the writings of the DROPA discs told a story from 12,000 years ago about a lost civilization. The DROPA used the caves for shelter, caves where the pictograms and discs were found. These beings had bulging heads and tiny bodies. At first, the hunters tried to kill them until people noticed that these beings were not a threat. In fact, today the locals continue to tell these stories as part of their culture. Ni wrote a book about his find for the Chinese Academy of Prehistory, but the higher-ups refused to publish it. The Mao government ensured that the book was not published anywhere, even outside of China, and was prohibited from talking about the DROPA records. This is on Mysterious Society by Zach White. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.